morning, 2017. Let's take a trip back to the 1950s. Today we're going to talk about a society on the move. Now, between the 1940s and 1960s, there were more than 40 million Americans that moved to the suburbs. This was one of the largest mass migrations in history. So, in turn, industrial cities lost a lot of population.
Now, during World War II, new housing construction came to a standstill, but then when the war ended, Americans got married and formed families. They wanted a place to call their own, where their kids could run around all day.
William Levite became a leader in the mass producing of the suburban homes. Now, let's take a commercial break and have William Levite tell you himself about him.
Hello, my name is William Levitt, and this is Levittown, all yours for $58 a month. You're a lucky fellow, Mr. Veteran. Uncle Sam and the world's largest builder have made it possible for you to live in a charming house in a delightful community without having to pay for them with your eye teeth.
Wow, and the government helped out a lot with this project. The government constructed highways that link the suburbs to the cities.
Let's talk about the 1950s newest technology. New inventions such as the power steering and brakes and automatic transmission became big during this time. These new inventions were great considering the explosion of suburban growth. Suburban growth would not have been remotely possible without a massive federal program of highway building.
In 1953, President Eisenhower authorized the first funding of the interstate system. This resulted in the Interstate Highway Act, which authorized funds to build 41,000 miles of highway consisting of multi-lane expressways that would connect the nation's major cities. New highways also boosted travel and vacation industries.
Disney?
Yes, Disney. Disney became very popular because families wanted to entertain their children.
Well, Los Angeles and San Francisco gained two new baseball teams. That's right, the Brooklyn Dodgers and the New York Giants both made their move from New York to Los Angeles and San Francisco, down to the Sun Belt. And of course, the Sun Belt is the name the southern states called the western states.
Due to all the migration to the Sun Belt, more than 5 million people moved to California, meaning California officially beat New York in terms of largest population. The Sun Belt gained much political representation, whereas the Middle West lost quite a bit of representation, especially in the House of Representatives.
Jobs in the service sector grew rapidly. The service sector was businesses that provided service. Due to the growth in the service sector industry, employment in the industrial industry went down by 4%.
Various information industries, such as the ENIAC, built and operated the world's first computers. The government found many uses for these computers. Despite their lack of power, hotels, banks, and many other companies began using these computers to make their jobs more efficient.
Post-war era, there was a rise of franchise businesses. A franchise business allows a company to distribute its products or services through retail outlets owned by independent operators. The Holiday Inn franchise, for example, came into existence following a trip that home builder Kemmons Wilson took to Washington, D.C. He found that hotels were difficult and overpriced, so he started the Holiday Inn franchise, and now there are thousands of them around the world.
As the post-war economy expanded, so did multinational corporations. General Motors, General Electric, and IBM produced larger and larger share of all the goods sold. The number of employed women increased in the labor force, though many worked part-time and they were all underpaid. Without them working, their families would have suffered and slipped down from middle-class citizens.
Two organizations in the labor movement, the AFL and the CIO, split and instead united to form the AFL-CIO. The organization worked with much political clout from the Democratic Party mostly. The large corporation scandal took place, causing many service sector workers to refuse to join unions. The scandal began when the Teamsters were accused by government investigators of illegally using their member funds.
Due to the baby boom, many more schools were needed. California began opening a new school every week. Local and state governments provided most of the funding for these new schools. However, after the launch of the Sputnik 1 by the Soviet Union, many citizens were demanding that the funding for schools be federal. The National Defense Education Act was passed by Congress. This act gave money for loans to graduates of both high school and college who were trying to pursue a career in sciences.
Many states poured funds into their public universities, making it easier for Americans to attend college. For example, California established a California Master Plan which called for 3 tiers of higher education: research universities, state colleges, and community colleges.
Well, that's all we have for you guys today. Tune in next week and we'll take a trip to the 1960s. We hope you learned something.
Bye, boos!
Good morning, 2017, and let's take a trip back. What the heck are you doing? You're hovering.
Hi. Okay. Oh God.
The government helped a lot.
And brakes and the automatic transmission. Well, Los Angeles and San Francisco gained 2 new baseball.
See ya.